What's up? How we doing? Welcome back to the Stupid Good Times cast. I'm your host, Max Stone. Just kidding, it's me, Harry Bickings. How's it going, y'all? You know, one of these days I'm actually going to have Max Stone on this podcast, and it's probably going to be the most insane thing on planet Earth. But for now, I'm just going to keep making jokes. Right, Max? If you're listening to this, man, just know you're going to be on it soon. I'm just busy. I have like a whole lineup of guests. I was supposed to have my sister Cameron on here like a week ago, but she was like, oh, I don't want to. By the way, that didn't happen. I just didn't feel like recording an episode. Because I'll tell you what, man. And women. I apologize. I had a bad week. And let me tell you, like, it was bad. I think Tuesday was my definition of rock bottom. I'm not going to talk about why I was mad, but I'll tell you what happened, man. And women. It was a bad week. Last week. This week has been much better. But that's a spoiler. I can't spoil it. Well, I just spoiled my week. So, sorry, y'all. I guess I'm going to go to bed. Good night. No. Literally, the worst week I've ever had. No, not ever had. Probably the worst week I ever had was when my dog died. But the worst week I've had this year. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. Like, actually, my anxiety was through the roof. I was freaking shaking. Oh my goodness, dude, it was bad. And I almost died. I almost died in a car accident. Oh my goodness. I mean, my mom and sisters got in a car accident today. They're okay, by the way. Just for anyone wondering, unfortunately, they're all alive. So, you know, still have like 90 freaking people in my house. Just kidding, I'm happy they're okay. They're holding a gun to my head while I say that. No, they're fine, and I'm happy about that. Anyway, back to my week last week. Dude, I like that I'm just jumping right into it this week. I mean, last week was a good episode. I don't know why I'm saying last week like it was actually last week. It was like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago when I had Sierra on the podcast, everybody loved it, apparently. I'm acting like that would be a bad, like, it's a surprise. No, that was a great episode. That was literally my favorite episode I've ever recorded. Except for the one I did with Kaylee and Isaiah. But that was a great episode. And for everyone wondering, she will be back on the podcast. Everyone's going to be back on the podcast at some point. But yeah, she'll be back on because she wants to be on it with a few people. Like my good friend Roos, Matt Lorzing. How's it going, buddy? You're back from Belgium. Means we can finally record an episode. But yeah, I mean, thanks for the support on the last episode. She didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure she said thanks. If she's listening to this episode, sorry I'm speaking for you, but she said thanks. That was actually one of my highest rated episodes. It sounded like I said racist. That was that was one of my highest racist episodes. No, that was one of my highest rated episodes. I don't bring racism into my podcast just to make things clear. Where was I even going? My week. Oh my goodness, I had such a bad week. It was my return to Sheets too, where I was just like not in the mood to work. I mean, who in the world is in the mood to work? Who in the world goes, hey, I want to work? Get over yourself. No, you don't. You just want to sit home and watch The Walking Dead like I've been doing. Having a good time. I didn't mean to say that. That's my bad. Hey, that's on me. That's on me. I think someone's listening at my door. It's Kaylee. She wants to be on the podcast again so bad. You're not going to. I know she's at my door. Anyway, what was I even... My bad week? Dude, it was terrible. So, let's start with... Sunday. Easter. It was good, okay? I had an amazing time with family. An amazing time. I did have to wake up early, and I didn't appreciate that. Mom, if you're listening, I didn't appreciate getting woken up at 8:30 in the morning because then I couldn't fall back asleep. So I slept from 4 a.m. to 8:30. And everyone wondering, Harry, why are you staying up till 4 a.m., dude? It's because I can't sleep sometimes. Because sometimes Harry has sleep paralysis and he can't sleep. This episode is probably going to be titled Harry Goes Insane. No. It's going to be titled Max Stone. Dude, it's going to be at some point. You know, probably when he's on it, I'll call it that. No, that's too obvious. I'll call this episode... Somebody's at my door. Get away from my door! You're at my door. I'm trying to record a podcast episode. You're just jealous you're not going to be back on it. Just kidding, you will. Okay? She walked away before the conversation ended. And now I forgot what I was talking about. Sunday fun day. Because I was talking about what I'm going to call the episode. I'm not going to call it Max Stone. It's going to happen, though. That episode will come. But, what I was going to call this episode, I'm probably going to call this episode Running Tigers to the Forest of Wind. No. It'll probably be called Harry Goes Insane. Or Harry has a mental breakdown, like he's been having the last week for every day, at least 3 times. Not lately, though. I've been good lately. Keep kissing my lips. Because my lips are chapped. They are chapped. And that ties into my whole week last week. Sunday was really the beginning of it. You know, my pretty ugly week. Oh, I'm sorry. So, okay, ready? Sunday. I wake up early. I'm in a bad mood. I apologize to my family already because I was in a bad mood, and they're like, Harry, you gotta start playing around. No, I'm in a bad mood. It's the morning. Come on. And I was already stressed out about some stuff, you know, stuff I can't talk about right now because it's, what is it? Let's just say I signed an NDA, even though I didn't, because I can't talk about it because it's a secret. I can talk about it when it's not a secret, which should be hopefully very soon. But no. Do you know what someone said the other day? They said, Harry, you remind me of Jeff Goldblum. Thank you. That guy's a legend. He plays the Grandmaster in Thor Ragnarok. He plays that guy in Jurassic Park. Like the only 2 things I've ever seen that guy in, but he plays it. Tell me how to play it. Now you've been moving on. Let me know, can I come along? What was I saying? Well, I was talking about what I call the episode. Okay, back to my bad week. I'm sorry. Well, Sunday wasn't really like... Sunday was just a really bad day for my mental state. Because it was really the beginning of my breakdown, which lasted until Thursday. Yeah, it was a really bad stretch of days for me. So, yeah, Sunday was the beginning where it's building up, where I'm like, wow, this really sucks. Wow, I'm dying right now. Wow, everybody hates me. Wow, I'm being the most annoying person on planet Earth, is what I was thinking, okay? Then Monday rolls around. I have to work at 7 a.m. at work, at Sheets, so I don't get any sleep. Are you ready to know how much I slept? I slept from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Yes, because somebody had a sleep paralysis. He couldn't sleep. My sleep paralysis that night, I'm sorry for everyone who doesn't want to listen, just skip this part. I have to say it because it's good to say it, apparently. So, my sleep I don't even know how to speak. My sleep paralysis that night was, so there's like a love seat right at the end of my bed, okay? So let's just say I'm laying in bed, straight up looking at the sky. I look down, and there's just 2 people sitting on my love seat staring at me. They're staring at me. Their eyes are like... It kind of... You know when, like, you shine a flashlight on someone's eyes in the complete dark? And they, like, shine... That's what they looked like. They were literally terrifying. And I didn't appreciate it. And that's all it was. They didn't do anything scary. They were staring at me. But it's not like the usual where someone runs up to me and screams in my face until I actually wake up. No, this time they were just sitting there staring at me. Like, why don't you take a picture to last longer? Honestly. No, but it was really bad because it just set me off for that whole Monday. And I was just waiting for a phone call on Monday, and I was shaking. And of course, an undisclosed phone call that I can't talk about, obviously. But, Monday at work, I get there on time, okay? And this is the best part about my Monday. Ready? My manager goes, Harry, can you go in the soda cooler? I was like, of course I can. But I had to play it cool, so she wasn't like, oh, wait, you look like you really want to go in the soda cooler. I'd be like, yeah, I guess, yeah, sure, why not? No, I literally looked at her, I was like, are you kidding me? Of course I will. The only okay, and here's another bad part. I forgot my headphones. So I couldn't listen to any music, so I had to make my own music. I made a TikTok in there, and Max Stone, he helped me make a new TikTok, because he commented, bro's white really dancing. Yeah! I'm good at dancing. Get used to it. Amen. I'm thinking about selling my laptop to one of my sisters. I still have to plan my summer trip, though. I'll talk about that in a second, because I'm still talking about my bad week. Sorry, I looked at my laptop and said that. But, no, there's an apple juice on the left of me, which is rotten. I drank it yesterday and didn't realize it was rotten until I was halfway there, when I was eating my good old turkey burger. No, but, so, Monday, yes, I'm just waiting for this phone call, and during work, I get a phone call, I'm like, oh my goodness, here it is, I pick it up, and I'm like, hello, I'm like shaking, hello, and she's like, hi, this is, blah, 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 are you Harry? I said, yes, I am. She went, wow, I really want you to listen to this, but shut up, it's a telemarketer. Who do you think you are, messing with me? I'm waiting for a real phone call. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll call you back after work, okay? It'll be great, it'll be a good time. I didn't mean to say that. It'll be a good blast. The Good Times Blast with Harry Bickings. No, it was so annoying because everyone was like, duh, was that it? And I had to be like, nope. Yeah, Monday was a ugly day because I got home from work early and I was just sitting there all anxious. And let me tell you something, too, that I really didn't appreciate this week. I have had almost $0 in my bank account. And it's really annoying because I kind of want to get Chick-fil-A, but I can't because I don't have money. So anyone who wants to send me $10 million, let me know. I'll Venmo you back when I get it. No, please don't send me money. That's illegal. Sending someone money over I don't know if that's illegal, but it sounds illegal. Back to the computer. No, back to the podcast. The Good Times Cast with Harry Bickings. Welcome to the Good Times Cast with Harry Bickings. No, Tuesday. Are you ready for this? Tuesday was my definition of rock bottom. No, Tuesday was genuinely the worst day I've had all year. Probably one of the worst days I've had in the last few years, to be honest. It was the rock bottom, if I haven't mentioned that enough. So I wake up, and I get a text, a very disappointing text. And when all this unfolds in the future, I will tell you everything, the whole story. But I get a text, a very upsetting, disappointing, annoying text, which leads to another bunch of text. And I was just like, wow, I am not in a good place right now. Wow, I'm really angry right now. Wow, there's nothing to be happy about right now. And I'll tell you, I'm telling you this because it's good to get it out. I want you to know that I'm okay now. I'm fine. This is just a little, warning that I am completely okay. Like, in all seriousness, I am 100% okay. I am fine. I realized that I was overreacting just a little bit. So after that text, I go back to bed because it was like 6 in the morning and I had work at 2 p.m. So I went back to bed and I wake up and I remember thinking, I was like, oh, please tell me that was a dream. Go back to the text. No, they're all still there. They're all still there. So in a very bad mood. I'm just laying in bed until like 10 minutes before I have to work. So I scramble to get changed, and I go into the car. I'm sorry, this is going to be really like serious, but sometimes you have to say things to let people know that, I don't know. I just want you to know what this podcast is about. My life. It's about my journeys. It's about the good times and the bad times. And that's why I call it the Good Times Cast. But yes, I had a moment. On my way to work, I was very upset. Let's just say some tears were coming down my face. I was yelling at myself. I was really beating myself up on Tuesday on the way to work. I'm not going to go into context of what I said because you'll all yell at me. You'll be like, Harry, that is not true about you at all. Well, I hope you would say that, unless maybe I was just hitting the nail on the head. But no. I was letting myself down. I was being very rude to myself is what I would say. And I thought at the time it needed to be said, but no. Because none of it's true. And I know that now. I'm okay now. But it was a very, very low point for me. But I'm good now. And then about an hour later, I realized after all that yelling and upsetness in the car, I popped a blood vessel in both my eyeballs. So my eyes were bloodshot around 3 hours after that little outburst in the car. And then all of a sudden, of course, because why not, my lips start splitting because they get chapped all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. So I'm just mentally drained. I'm exhausted. My eyes are bloodshot. I basically look like I am on the verge of dying. And it really didn't look up for me. Tuesday was just a bad day. You know, work wasn't too good. I was busy. I was alone in the kitchen all day. It was just a bad day. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to have bad days. And you gotta be okay with that. And then Wednesday I wake up. And it wasn't a good day, but it was a better day. You know, I wake up and I'm like, because that was when I started to realize, you know, like, man, you overreacted a little bit yesterday. Because you have to remember, life is gonna do what it does. You can't fix it. You know? Your life is gonna take some turns. You're gonna go down some paths you can't control. Things are gonna happen that are out of your control, and you need to be okay with that. You need to remember that, you know, in life, there's a plan. And you just gotta be there. You just gotta be there for the ride. Because it's all gonna work out in the end. No matter how dark it gets, it always works out. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Never forget it. And that's what I wanted to say. Thursday, I wake up with a incredibly motivated mindset. I'm like, you know what? Life is good. I'm breathing. I'm alive. I'm fine. Everything's okay. And since then, I really have been really good. You know, I'm much happier. My eyes are healed. My lips are getting there. I haven't really been, you know, drained in a while, and I feel good. I feel really, really, really good. And that's why there wasn't an episode last week, is because I was just having a really bad week. I know I take too many breaks, but, you know, it was needed last week. I was genuinely in a very, very rough, dark place last week. And I knew it was becoming obvious to my family that I was not in a good state. So I talked to them about it. You know, we're all good. Everything's fine. It's not like I didn't yell at my family. I just think they realized that I was not myself. And I'm okay now. Moral of the story is I'm okay now. There was light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm in the light now. So we're all good. Every life, every path's got its obstacles, man. But you get through it. You always do. And this is another thing. No matter what happens, you're always going to end your day. You're always going to get through the day. no matter what happens. You're always going to get through the day. A day always ends, and then a new one comes. It's up to you on how that day is spent. I don't know if that made sense. Sure it did. Yes. What was I going to talk about after this? I just want to tell you about my bad week, because I think you all needed to know that I had a bad week. I had a mental breakdown. I genuinely went into my joke arc for a few days. Wow, I did. I really did. That could have been really bad. I could have become the Joker. I wish I became the Joker. It'd be freaking cool. You want to hear my Joker laugh? No, you don't. You're not ready for that. No, it was a good week. This week was a good week. Last week was a bad week. No. And then yesterday I was like, I gotta start planning my solo vacation, because I took one last year. If any of you know, I went to Disney World last year alone. And I don't want that to sound like a bad thing. I did it on myself. I made that choice. And it was one of the best choices I've ever made in my life, because that was like the best week I've had. Sometimes you just need to be alone for a little bit. And that was like seriously the best thing I've ever done. It was my first ever plane flight thing. It was my first ever flight. It was really my first time being alone, away from my family for more than a few days. It was awesome. So this year I'm thinking, are you ready? I've had some suggestions from friends and family, but I'm really, really liking the idea of me going to LA for like a week. Getting a hotel, walking around Hollywood. Actually, the week I go is the day my ceremony is to get my star, put on the Walk of Fame. So, congrats, Harry. Everybody clap, 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 clap. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Ay. No, the 76ers are really pissing me off. I'm not a big basketball fan, but I know they're making me angry, because they had a 3-0 lead and now all of a sudden it's 3-2. You just gotta win one more game, dude. Don't blow a 3-0 lead. You're gonna be embarrassing. That would be so ugly of them. So just don't. I'm gonna take a shower after this. No, I'm going to LA though, and I plan on finding Selena Gomez. I don't know if she lives in LA. I guess I'll find out. I'll go to Chinatown. I'll go to Disneyland. Let's see, what else is there to do in the good old Los Angeles? Maybe I'll just recreate GTA. Maybe I'll become... Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not gonna become a criminal. I'll become the good GTA. Like the good Grand Theft Auto. The good kind of Grand Theft Auto. Listen to myself. I just said I'm going to do the good kind of Grand Theft Auto. Because that's totally possible. There is a legal form of Grand Theft Auto. Believe it or not. It's called Not Real. So, at least I'm an idiot. I just found... Whoa! I left Q-tips in my pocket by accident, and then they went into the wash, and now they're all puffy. I want to put it in my ear. Oh, it got stuck in my ear because it was all puffy. I think someone's upstairs. Yeah, but it's been a good week. I'm getting better. Slowly learning that life is all good. This podcast is a good podcast, right? What do you want me to say, man? I'm trying? No, I really am. But, yeah, I feel like I really touched on everything. I know it was kind of a depressing episode. I would like to look at it as a funny way of me overreacting the whole entire week. I mean, mental states are not something to take as a joke. It's a very serious thing, but I definitely was a bit dramatic last week. And if you can ask any of my friends, I'm probably one of the most dramatic people on planet Earth. I'm a very emotional person. Well, you can ask anyone. I am incredibly emotional. Yeah. That's just me. I can't fix it. Sorry, y'all. I'm pretty sure I've cried almost every time my friends have left for college. Like, each and every one of them. I almost cried today when my friend Roos came back. Because the first time I've seen him in like 6 months, I was like, no way, this is like the best day ever. Because he went to Belgium. It's crazy. He got me a Christmas ornament. A Disney Christmas ornament from Paris. That is so cool. So happy he's back. We're going to go to Long Park on Friday. I'm going to hit some bombs on the baseball field, baby. And then we're going to go to dinner at some point next week with me, him, and Sierra. It's going to be nuts and crazy. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, me and Kaylee really need to start our gaming channel. So, if you have any name suggestions for the gaming channel we're going to start, please let me know, because she doesn't like the names that I've come up with. She's a loser. She's a wannabe. She just opened her door. Is she coming to yell at me? I don't know. So why don't we spin the good old wheel then, before I get killed by my family? Because all I've done is call them out, I'm pretty sure. So the wheel spin. Yeah, I've already done that one. I really need to add more questions. Have you ever seen Harry mad? Why? Well, I'm pretty sure I just talked about me being mad, so let's do a different question. Has Harry ever made you mad? Yes, last week. Why is this wheel spin calling me out tonight? What is your honest opinion? I've done this. There's like 50 questions on here. Just give me the ones up. No. Try to make Harry laugh? Look in a dang mirror, Harry. No. I'll make myself laugh. Ready? No. Let's do a different question. What is a way you could see Harry dying? I don't know. An explosion of some sort? No, I'll tell you an exact way I could see myself dying. Are you ready? So, let's just say I'm in a parking lot with my friends, just chilling, just talking before we all go our separate ways, okay? And as I'm walking, for some reason I'm walking backwards, because I'm still talking to them like an idiot. Not talking to them like an idiot, but I'm talking to them walking backwards like an idiot. And I don't see a car coming. And let's just say it's a semi-truck. And it hits me and I die. And they're like, wow, Harry really was the dumbest person I've ever met. And that's how I could die. I'll do one more question because this is kind of fun. I'm having a fun time. Has Harry ever made you mad? Why? I just answered that last week. If Harry were to go to prison, what would he go to prison for? Probably being the best podcast host on planet freaking Earth. I have gotten really aggressive in this episode. And I apologize. So now we will leave with our quote. And I think this is a very good one. It is by a man named Elbert Hubbard. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. And that's a good one. Because it really is true. And that just about does it for this week. I hope you know I have some music coming out this week too. May 1st, I Want You Back by Harry Bickings is released. That just about does it though. Thank you all for listening. I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic weekend. I love you all. Bye-bye.